Now you can pay attention to the top of your screens and be aware of what's going on. Here's Sean Malto, whose best trick score this season, a 7.7.
There it is. Locks into that overcrook and shove it out of it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do that trick.
And just like that, Sean Malta with an 8.7. So I said his best score. He said, no, let me one-up yourself. We're going to one-up you.
And puts a little heat on Nigel.
Mike Moncapaldi coming in.
Wow. That's going to be a big score right there. He's trying to fakie 5-0 to fakie flip out. And if anyone can do it, he can do it. He's one of the most technical skateboarders ever.
Mikey Taylor will be celebrating his 29th birthday on Monday. How much would he enjoy being the Street League champion for 2011? That's a nice birthday present for yourself.
Definitely. Wow.
2 tricks in 1.
There he was. Smooth combo. Now, normally you need about an 8.1 to advance in this section, so these guys are right on their way with that 8.2.
Well, Rodriguez would like to join the ranks of those with a make. Again, each skater gets 7 attempts and will take the best trick score.
Looks like he's looking for that kick flip, that switch flip back lip again. DC Cam gets right up in there. Chase from the barracks holding that DC Cam. He's looking for a switch flip to backside lip slide. I mean, he's skating backwards, you know, switch hitting, shooting with his left. A couple different ways that we can explain switch stance.
Well, Billy Marks showed us all season that when he needs to, he takes his special brand of innovation and makes it and steps up.
I mean, that was really a special attempt right there that would have challenged the judges. He was trying to do a kickflip roast beef, and I think he was going to drop it on the rail. Talk about some original skateboarding.
Shane O'Neill is not one that you'll see make too many expressions.
Stoic.
He only expresses himself like that on his skateboard. Just stone face, all business.
So that was that nollie to frontside blunt slide that he missed before. And I'm sure he's going to step that up as well. Gets a 7.7. I think the judges know he's got a little bit more.
We talked about Chaz Ortiz's consistency earlier. Again, 81% of his tricks landed this season.
Oh, wow. I guess he is looking for that.
I jinxed him.
Switch 180 to front feeble. I had seen him doing the switch 270 to front board, and I thought he might have got his truck on there by accident, but I think that's his plan.
Here comes Shacklesworth.
Oh, wow. Yep, with the cab back lip under his belt, he's going for a cab flip to back lip. It's 2 really strong tricks for him he's putting together, the cab flip and the cab back lip, and that's going to be an epic score.
I don't think that I've seen this season the degree of difficulty right off the bat this strong.
Everyone came in with the same plan. Do the hardest trick you could possibly do. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. You know, it could be that Shane O'Neill doing that nollie to frontside blunt slide might end up paying off as one of the smarter moves by putting a trick under your belt and getting on the board.
Nigel Houston, 3 wins Street League this season, a big win at X Games.
How do you follow up a backside 270 to nose blunt with a kickflip backside nose blunt slide? Such a scary move, Sal, and he actually locked into it so hard that the rail dried up and it stopped sliding. That's how much pressure he had in the proper position he needed to be in.
Well, here's the rules of the street. Our judges awarding on a 10-point scale, 0 to 10 points. Best trick score counts, and every attempt counts in the big and line section for a cumulative score. So we'll take this one score, carry it over into the next 2 sections, where every attempt will account towards their total score. We were talking before as we were watching these guys practice. Sean Malto always seems to be smiling when he's skateboarding.
Yeah, he's actually one of the guys that actually appreciates how good he is. I mean, if I was that good on a skateboard, I'd be smiling all the time too. It's a long nose grind right there. I saw him setting up his back foot. I think he was going to flip out of there. Speaking of flip out,
Mike Mo needs to make.
making 5-0. Oh, see, these guys are perfectionists. He could have maybe made that kickflip, but because his front truck touched, he knew it wasn't going to get the proper score. He just decided to bail. He's looking for a fakie 5-0, fakie flip out.
Mikey Taylor averages about 8.5 points in the tech section this season.
Rodriguez. This is a good section for him. He really works the handrails. He's got the combination. He's got a lot of control.
I asked P-Rod, I said, when do you get nervous? He said, I'm not nervous about the event until they announce our names. And then you realize, it's on.
No nerves on that one.
Nah.
Switch flip, switch back lip. That's going to be a really big score, if not the highest score of the section. 8.8. Paul right to the top. Look at that. He actually does not skate that way normally, or for Paul, maybe he does. Switch flip, switch backside lip slide to fakie. Amazing control.
If you didn't know him, you'd think, oh, that's just how he skates.
He could be the first completely ambidextrous skateboarder.
Well, now pressure's on for Billy Marks.